Killstreak System, Bloodied Items, Bloodied Sigils. These are all new features from the Season 12 PTR. During the first 2 days of the 2.6 PTR, I tested everything mentioned in the Diablo blog post, and honestly, I'm not sure I feel the need to test more. Not because it's bad, but because I don't know what more I can test. Either Blizzard hasn't shown us everything Season 12 has to offer, which is almost certain, the only question is how much content awaits us, or this season will be especially lacking in content due to upcoming expansion. In this video I'll go through what's good, what feels underwhelming, and what's missing. Let's start from the beginning of the blog post, the Killstreak System. If after seeing this you thought nothing new, we already know that, you're right. It's the exact same system we know from Diablo 3. Personally, I like this system and it's nice to see it in Diablo 4 as well, but just like the pit is rather a clumsy creation modeled after greater rifts, the Killstreak system from Diablo 4 also has a flaw. It does not show how many enemies we killed in the end. Excuse me, but what? Where's that notification? Massacre! X monsters killed experience bonus. Nope, it's not there at all. You can kill over 1,000 monsters, and when the timer bar fully depletes and the kill strike is over, it's simply over. There's no fanfare, no notification, not even a chat notification. The bonus experience number appears above the character's head, and that's it. And as much as I enjoy this race against time, this personal compulsion to kill even more monsters, to see how many I can, in Diablo 4 it doesn't give me the same dopamine rush as in Diablo 3. Maybe there will be a notification. Maybe the devs didn't plan for this detail on the PTR. Remember, the PTR isn't the final version. We'll get in Season 12. But still, even though it's a detail, for me that Killstreak system is simply incomplete without it. Bloodied items are items with an additional affix and can be found as legendary, magic and rare items, as well as unique and mythic items. Bloodied affixes are divided into 3 categories. Rampage, which increases in power based on the current Killstreak tier and only appears on armor. Hunger, which customize reward offerings which scale with Killstreak tiers and only appears on jewelry. And Feast, which appears only on weapons and applies combat bonuses based on total kills in your current Killstreak. Bloodied affixes can't be rerolled and may come in greater affix version. I won't lie, I wasn't particularly interested in them for 2 reasons. First, I'm not great at build crafting, and for me these affixes are extras that definitely offer some bonuses, sometimes even great ones like cooldown reduction, but you can still play well without them. Second, it was impossible to change the aspect on an item with a bloodied affix. It's very likely that a hotfix or update will be released before this video appears, because I don't believe these items can be assigned an aspect of your choice, but it is definitely something that didn't work on the first days of the PTR. As always, with the new season, we will get new unique items and balance changes, so if you are into theory crafting, in the video description I leave you a link to the blog post with patch notes at the very bottom. And the last thing to test on the PTR, and what seems to be the most important, is Bloodied Sigils. And I have to make a small rant here towards the PTR itself. Whose idea was it not to give us access to the Infernal Hordes? To fully test all the new sigils, I had to complete the Lokran quest. It's the exact quest from Season 5. And it wasn't the first time I'd completed this quest on PTR to unlock the Hordes. Not to mention the inability to set glyphs to only a level of 46. Because not everyone levels glyphs to max. And the lack of unlocked mercenaries. Okay, let's go back to the new features from Season 12. Bloodied Sigils can open special nightmare dungeons, Infernal Hordes, and here's a new one, Lair bosses. In fact, all these sigils share a common element, the bloodied affix, Relentless Butcher. If you played through the capstone dungeons in Season 11, you probably encountered one where the Butcher simply spawned every now and then. That's exactly how it works. Bloodied Nightmare Dungeon is a dungeon with all the affixes you're familiar with, but also features a Butcher constantly chasing you, and if killed, he'll respawn. From what I've calculated, the respawn time is about 10 seconds, so if you were able to one-shot the Butcher, you'll encounter him on average every 10 seconds, maybe a few seconds longer, including the time of his death animation. Bloodied Infernal Hordes, the same hordes you're familiar with, but the Infernal Butcher will plague you throughout each wave. For me, he appeared 4 times in one wave, and it was probably only because I didn't kill him fast enough. Bloodied Liar's boss Sigil transform a normal boss Lair into a bigger challenge with portals spawning enemies, and of course the Butcher, who will make killing the boss much more difficult. Using this sigil won't require any boss materials, as no chest will spawn and the loot will drop directly from the boss. I was playing on Torment 3 difficulty with a build held together by duct tape and hope, and when a boss can kill you in 1-2 hits, the Butcher really makes the gameplay much harder. I'm not entirely sure if the Butcher will spark euphoria or irritation among players. On the one hand, it's something familiar, but with a new twist. For players who push content earlier than intended, and those who don't wait until they're strong enough to tackle the boss, the Butcher will definitely be a more challenging experience. For hardcore players, this is more than certain. But on the other hand, when completing objectives in the dungeon, picking something up, having a moment of silence where we might want to browse loot or collect something, we'll hear fresh meat! 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 Again, for the 15th time in today's game, it could start to become tiring, irritating, or simply boring. Time will tell what the final outcome will be. Bloodied Sigils, when dismantled, do not yield sigil powder, but fresh meat currency, which can be used to gamble for bloodied items. However, this couldn't be tested on the PTR, just as there was no reputation board, which will definitely appear during the season. Bloodied Sigils also can't be crafted. A detail that couldn't be overlooked was the lack of guaranteed greater affix on mythic items. After all, even during the current season, every mythic item has at least 1 GA. Could this be a new change, or perhaps a simple oversight on the PTR? Let's remember that the PTR is a test, not a final version. I'm not saying this PTR is bad, but the content seems limited. We might see another shortened season right before the expansion, so that Lord of Hatred launches alongside Season 13. Let me know what you think about the upcoming season. Leave a like, subscribe, and happy gaming!